at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Check 31. Check 31.
Here's Lance. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
From the 39, Lance. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Lance now on 1st down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Completion here to Claypool. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now Lance. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Second down and goal. Lance. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is third and goal. Again, it's Lance. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Rohrwasser on for the PAT. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Open man is Chase, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Burrow on 3rd down. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
2nd down and 3. And he's got a Bengals first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Mixon with a first down carry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From midfield now, Burrow. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. They'll roll him out right. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. There to make the grab. And the Bengals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Working from the gun, Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Palmer. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
To throw again on 2nd down, Lance. Steps away to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. On play action, Lance. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Lance to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second and 9. Shotgun now for Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Lance. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, 32 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. And I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now they go play action now. Burrow rolling to his right. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And Burrow going to throw again. Able to find Higgins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They're passing here. Joe Burrow firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. That catch good for only a couple. On 2nd and goal, Burrow. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Lance now on first down. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies.
And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get the football back at their own 17. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Back to the air on second down. It's Lance. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Play action. It's Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First down. Here's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 17. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow, flush to his right. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Forced out to his left. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Claypool with another catch. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep. Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them. Lance going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Trey Lance keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. So it was 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried the sneak, and they got it. I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through? Big push and a touchdown to boot. They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out. Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Well, it really has, especially as of late. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10. Now Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Mixon looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, it's Burrow, eluding the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the fourth. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making a play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. Boy, they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
Following the fumble recovery, Lance. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to have another 1st down here as he's able to dive beyond the marker.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Lance to throw it. He gets it complete to Harris. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
On the ground, it's Harris. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Lance. That's swung out wide to Harris. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And not his best effort there as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Burrow on play action. He finds his man complete. That's Chavez. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Burrow. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
To Mixon on the check down. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Burrow. Flushed out right. And he is in as Steelers, they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Get him! Get him! 59 Mike, check, 59.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Pittsburgh, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on
ocean and you either float or you sink.